My child, my beloved of Canada, with 3 minutes remaining, heaven is whispering your name with urgency, a stirring that shakes every doorway between the spiritual realm and this world across the true north. Archangel Michael announces your angelic inheritance letter has already been written, sealed, and sent. And the very moment you open this message, a light that had been waiting for many years began moving toward your life here on Canadian soil. This doesn't happen often, my child. What is coming your way from the Atlantic to the Pacific is real. You are never supposed to ignore again. Take a deep breath, my beloved of the maple leaf, before I tell you what is in that letter. Time moves in a different way when Archangel Michael changes your fate across this vast land. Right now, heaven only needs one thing from you. Don't leave right at the end. Every sentence you read can lead to something new. Every second you stay, you get closer to your miracle. God saw how good your heart is because you are reading this. My chosen ones of Canada, they were there on the nights you were too scared to talk about. They saw the tears you tried to hide across the quiet prairies and the northern woods. Archangel Michael tells the children of light that their inheritance is ready today. Do not let them go back, my child. Don't skip this. Not now, not today. When there are so many spiritual doors open across our dominion, what God has planned for you is yours for the taking. Type Amen in the comments to show you will not miss this blessing, my beloved Canadian soul. Pay close attention. There is more in your angelic inheritance letter than just money. It is not just about money. Happiness or wealth are not even close to it. It is something much stronger. It should have your name written on it in the language of heaven. A truth is being shown to you right now that you didn't know before. For some reason you don't fully understand yet. Also, this letter came from an angel that. Part 1. My child, my beloved of Canada, with 3 minutes remaining, heaven is whispering your name with urgency, a stirring that shakes every doorway between the spiritual realm and this world. Archangel Michael announces your angelic inheritance letter has already been written, sealed, and sent across this northern land. And the very moment you opened this message, a light that had been waiting for many years began moving toward your life. This doesn't happen often, my chosen ones of the true north. What is coming your way is real. You are never supposed to ignore it again. Take a deep breath, my love, you who dwell from the Atlantic to the Pacific, before I tell you what is in that letter. Time moves in a different way when Archangel Michael changes your fate. Right now, heaven only needs one thing from you. Don't leave right at the end. Every sentence you read can lead to something new. Every second you stay, you get closer to your miracle. God saw how good your heart is because you are reading this. My beloved sons and daughters of Canada, they were there on the nights you were too scared to talk about. They saw the tears you tried to hide beneath the quiet northern skies. The Archangel Michael tells them that their inheritance is ready today. Do not let them go back, my child. Don't skip this. Not now. Not today. When there are so many spiritual doors open across Canadian soil, what God has planned for you is yours for the taking. Type Amen in the comments to show you will not miss this blessing, my beloved. Pay close attention. There is more in your angelic inheritance letter than just money. It is not just about money. Happiness or wealth are not even close to it. It is something much stronger. It has your name written on it in the language of heaven. A truth is being shown to you right now that you didn't know before. For some reason you don't fully understand yet. Also, this letter came from an angel that you wouldn't expect. Children of the maple leaf, listen. Let me ask you something quietly before I tell you that name. Have you ever felt like someone took something away from you that was meant for you? Something that was meant for you, but was given to someone else instead? Archangel Michael says that this inheritance is the return of everything you lost, everything that fate put off, and everything that fate held back until you were spiritually ready. It is important that we stay connected to this divine channel before we go any further. My beloved of Canada, hear me. This is the reason why you should keep in touch. When you subscribe, you do more than just keep up with content. You are becoming part of a prophetic flow. When you subscribe, you are telling heaven that you want to keep speaking into your life season after season. A click to subscribe is not enough to make God's promises come true in your life. You have to have faith. Do this right now to keep hearing the voice from heaven and get all the keys you need for the next season. This message needs to go on for a while longer. Now is the time for you to start aligning with God. Please don't leave this place, my love. Heaven wants it, not me. Archangel Michael says that this message is only good for a short time. In 3 minutes, there will be a shift following a 3-minute wait. The letter that was stuck starts to move again. You can find out what was hidden in just 3 minutes. My chosen ones across this vast land from coast to coast, you have had to wait too long. Before we go on, let me remind you of something important. Listen to the voice that tells you what to do, my dear soul. It wants to stay with you. Heaven was never supposed to just talk to you once and then leave. Stay in touch because the message you are getting is important for the next season. Your way is becoming clear, and heaven wants you to get help along the way, not go it alone. My child, pay close attention. You will soon get a letter with an admission. Last night, someone with a lot of spiritual power helped you. After seeing what was written about you, someone changed it. Someone who couldn't hold out any longer for your good luck to arrive. She shook when she learned that your name was linked to this inheritance. She replied, "This soul was picked out before it was born. This family tree goes back further than time itself." Canada, my chosen nation of the North, this message is for you. My beloved, you are not reading this by accident. To be honest, this inheritance should have been yours years ago. But someone got in the way. It was blocked by someone. Someone tried to get your blessing but failed. Still, heaven kept watching. There was Archangel Michael. And finally, heaven said last night, "Give it to them." My child, would you like to know who sent this letter? Do not rush. Take some deep breaths. You who walk on Canadian soil, you will remember something deep down because of the name. The sender has something to do with your fate that no one can understand. Someone who long ago promised to watch out for you. Someone who knows how spiritually important you are. I am writing to you from an angel who has been your guardian since the day you were born. What this angel showed is truly powerful. You got more because you went through hard times. It is now enough of what used to be a simple blessing. People are now asking for what was put off. You will not start the next part of your life without anything because heaven said so. Please stay with me, my child. Your hands feel ready for a reason. There is a reason why your spirit is stirred under the light of the true north. You have no idea how fast something is moving. And things will start to change for you as soon as I tell you what the angel wrote in your will. Everything that was taken, slowed down, blocked, or spoken against behind closed doors. It said in the letter, "My beloved, everything is getting fixed up." You will see the difference right away, child. Not today, not tomorrow, not this week. You are, however, being pushed by a strong force as you read. God is taking away the people, things, and situations that were blocking your light. You are getting ready for something that is already yours in heaven. Read on. Hello, my love. The letter has a second message that was supposed to be shared right now, but has been kept secret. There is a secret prayer said over you when the letter is fully opened. Someone asked God to protect your future. They didn't change what would happen to you. Now, my child, heaven only needs one thing from you. Don't turn away. Do not stop. Don't lose your way. The next words are all spiritual keys. The message doesn't make sense if you miss even one line. Heaven doesn't want you to miss any more chances to be blessed. This is only the beginning, my love. The inheritance letter has warnings, confessions, messages, and a true story that will change everything you think you know about your purpose. Are you ready for the truth to come out? Archangel Michael is getting you ready. Archangel Michael, my beloved child, wants you to know something very important before I read the rest of your will. It is not just words you read. This is the beginning of a spiritual path. What you say changes what will happen. You cannot see what is going on around you, but your spirit tells you about it. Loved one, stay here. Don't go. Don't cut this link. Heaven hasn't talked to you in too long, my child. Something is being fixed because your soul is vibrating like the great winds across the prairies. Something that was backwards is now forwards. Something that wasn't open before is now open. Someone made a promise to you before you were born, and it is coming true. Archangel Michael tells them, tell them they are ready now. That was something heaven put off for a long time. My beloved of Canada, Each word that comes next is a spiritual key. The message gets jumbled if even one line is missed, and heaven will not let you miss your blessing again across this vast northern land. This is just the beginning, my beloved. The inheritance letter has warnings, confessions, messages, and a big secret about your life's purpose that will change everything you thought you knew. Archangel Michael is getting you ready for what is coming. Please understand something very important before I read you the next part of your inheritance letter. I am Archangel Michael, and you are my beloved child of the true North. There is more to this than just reading a message. You are entering a spiritual gateway. Your fate is changing with each word you read. There is something going on around you right now that you cannot see with your eyes, but can clearly feel in your spirit. Stay here, beloved. Do not go. Please don't break this link. Too long has passed since heaven last had a chance to talk to you directly. I can feel something moving through your soul, my child. It means that something is being fixed. Something that was upside down is now right side up. Something that was stuck is getting clear right now. Your life is moving toward the promise that was made to you before you were born. Archangel Michael tells them, tell them they are ready now. You who dwell from the Atlantic to the Pacific, you don't know how long heaven has been waiting to tell you those words. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, it does not just go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls across Canada and the entire world. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site, you are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build an altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together from the Rockies to the shores of Newfoundland. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give and it will be given to you is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose. Join the conversation and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today. Join our community and see what God brings back into your life. My beloved sons and daughters of Canada, please let me show you more of the letter. The angel who watched over your inheritance wrote something strange. The line looked alive, like it had life and movement inside it. It said their name was called before dawn. That means, my child, that someone spoke about you in the spiritual world during a holy time. Someone in charge said your name out loud. Someone asked heaven to keep you safe, help you, or bless you. And something always changes when heaven hears your name at that sacred hour. This letter tells 3 truths about my child. You. I will show you the first one now. Their pain shaped their purpose. The angel wrote, "My beloved of the maple leaf, do you get what that means? Everything that was hard for you helped you get ready for this inheritance. Every betrayal you went through, and every hard thing that made you gasp for air. Everything that happened to you had a reason. Heaven saw all of our tears. Archangel Michael says it is time to receive. Please stay with me, my love. If you feel like your body is changing right now, don't be scared. That is proof from the afterlife. Your mind doesn't fully understand what your soul knows yet. Today is the day you got this message, not yesterday and not tomorrow, because this is the divine appointed time to bless you. Now, child of light who walks on Canadian soil, I am going to tell you the second truth written in your letter. Someone tried to steal something that belonged to you from heaven. This is very clear. Someone may or may not have known it, but they tried to take the spiritual or physical blessing that was meant to be in your life. They tried to take something that was yours alone. But Archangel Michael saved the day. That is why you are reading this right now. The heavens told me to send this letter directly to you. Now, my dear, pay close attention. The most important truth is the third one. You shouldn't keep quiet about their future. That means God had to act. Something had to come from heaven. You had to hear from heaven because you need to wake up spiritually for the next season. Your fate is bigger than your pain, your fear, or the doubts of other people. My child, there is something extra in your letter about your inheritance. It is known as the hidden line in heaven. The chosen soul has to be ready before this part of the letter appears. You have now reached that point. When the secret line was found, Archangel Michael walked into the room. No one thinks they will rise the way they do. It said, "My beloved, this is not just a guess. It has been shown to be true." Loved one across this great land, think about your life right now. You felt heavy, stuck, confined, and lost. You were sure that something important was missing, but you couldn't place it. The blank is filled in by this letter. It tells us something. It opens a door and lets something miraculous happen. God is putting you in the part that was put off but never stopped. The angel who sent this letter told me a name. It is not a real mortal name, it is a holy name of God. I understood why the seer was shaking when she saw your future. People in heaven know this angel as the one who holds blessings that haven't been claimed yet. This means you missed some things and chances along the way, but your lost things and the times that broke you were found, kept safe, and are now being given back to you. Take a deep breath, my love. Let your spirit rise. You will get more of what you lost back. The guardian said, "What was put off will come back quickly. What was taken will be better when it comes back." My child, do you get what this means? Heaven isn't just giving you back what you lost. It is making it bigger, safer, and stronger. This letter is your official notice of return. Canada, my chosen nation of the North. There is something going on right now. The change is almost tangible as these words are spoken. A spiritual countdown is underway. According to Archangel Michael, your soul is about to go through a time when everything changes at once. Before I show you the next part, Heaven tells me to make this very clear. Do not stop reading. Please don't break this link. Don't turn your head away. The truth that your soul has been looking for all its life is in the next few lines. The person who got in the way is being removed. The letter tells me, my child, yes, someone who is important to your fate has been taken away from your path. The next season will not have anyone with you who drained your energy, made you feel uneasy, led you astray, or slowed down your intuition. The letter then says, my beloved of Canada, get ready for their departure. The recovery season is almost over. Everything starts to come back once you heal. You become who you were again in every way. It starts to get clear that things like resources, chances, relationships, respect, health, and peace are coming back. This is only the beginning, my child. Heaven is getting you ready for what is next. Something is going on right now, my beloved child of Canada. It is easy to see the divine movement as these words reach across the true north. There is still time left on the spiritual clock, says Archangel Michael. Your soul is almost at a place where everything fits together perfectly. Before the next part is shown, Heaven tells us again, do not put down the message. Don't cut the link. Don't turn away. The next few lines will tell you the truth that your spirit has known for a long time, but your mind hasn't been able to understand yet. The letter says over and over, the person who stood in their way is being removed. An important figure in your life is stepping down. They are not going to walk into your next chapter, my beloved. Get ready for their journey. The letter says again, the recovery season is coming to an end. Restoration is currently underway. Resources, chances, relationships, dignity, health, and peace all start to come back. My child, this is just the start. As Heaven gets ready to show what is next, the letter keeps getting deeper. You were never supposed to find this by accident, chosen one of Canada, because the Lord is sovereign. He planned this very moment for you right now, my beloved child. Something quiet but strong is moving in heaven for you, across our vast provinces and territories. A holy decision has been made in the courts of heaven, and it is the final word from God. You have been feeling in your spirit that there is a different kind of light coming your way. That day is almost here. It has the vibration of a promise kept. It is not next week. It is not after dark. Today is the day. And today isn't like any other day. This is the day that Heaven marked a long time ago with divine intent, authority, and a whisper into the very fabric of the world. It wasn't something God doubted. He told them, "My beloved child of the maple leaf." As soon as these words reach your eyes, the spiritual world responds, because your life's divine countdown is over. Do not leave. Don't turn around. You are being watched by heaven to see how you handle this holy interruption. After days of divine work, Archangel Michael's only goal has been to reach you, who dwell from the Rockies to the Atlantic shores. Before the sun goes down, tell the chosen one that the time of waiting is over. This was a direct order from the throne of grace. Your quiet wait will be turned into a crown of victory. Now is the time. The place where a heart that almost gave up meets the truth that shakes it. You have felt it, right? You felt like you were pushing against something you couldn't see because of the force and the resistance. Please don't ignore that, my dear child. That is where your next miracle began. Spirits are telling you something when you get a chill or your heart starts beating fast under the northern lights. Your spirit knows things that were said about you in heaven. You have been through storms that didn't make sense. Even though the times of silence felt like punishment, you found that they were holy places where great things were being made. What seemed like the end of something was sometimes just a divine pause, a chance to take a deep breath before starting the best part of your life. All the promises that were made in those quiet times will come true. Today is not going to be like any other day. The truth will be told. It will be strong and pure. It will feel like doors that were shut will open all the way at once. At that moment, there will be no more doubt and everything will be clear. It will feel like a new page is being added to the book that God wrote about your life. You will not have to question whether this is real. You will know it. Changes in how people act out of the blue will be proof everywhere. That sudden sense of being lighter, more stable, and sure in your spirit is something you have felt in signs that answer prayers. As you align yourself, God's favor will move toward you across Canadian soil. You were meant to step into it, not struggle. There was something about you that couldn't be changed. You kept your hope alive. Even when others didn't believe, your faith kept your promise safe when there was no sound. Because you kept your faith, your reward will not be split up. Even if nothing else changed, the work will be finished today. This is the point where you stop listening and start taking part. Write this simple sentence in the comments if this message confirms something you already knew deep down. I get what is meant for me. As you write it, let your spirit agree with when heaven wants it to happen and stay with me. What is going to happen next will make things clear. Heaven has not forgotten about you, my beloved of Canada. Not because you were loud, but because you were honest with me all the time. You kept going even though no one praised you. What was hidden will now be shown. We will look for what was missed. You didn't fully understand the gift before, but now it will help you in ways you never thought possible. Today is proof. Proof of the fact that you were supposed to wait. Proof that no one ever left you alone in this northern wilderness. There is proof that heaven never lost its line of sight. As you fully step into this grace, you will see a clear difference. Some people will not look at you the same way they did before. Doors and chances will open for no earthly reason. It will be your spirit that tells you this is it. Not because someone told you, but because heaven says it is true. You were faithful in the beginning, even when you couldn't see the path. You are now moving toward the promise you can see. This isn't just a brief blessing. This establishes you. This movement cannot be reversed. The wait is over. Everything is clear now. This revelation touches more than just you. It touches many souls across this country. God saw all of your tears and received them as prayers. You thought nothing moved, but everything was in motion. It was never a sign of rejection to face resistance. It always meant something monumental was about to happen. This isn't the only blessing God gives out. Now the release can begin because of your faith. You are living proof of how trustworthy God is. Right now you will receive what was spoken in prayer. You were prepared for this hour. The reward is now released. Before I read the next part of your inheritance letter, Archangel Michael is whispering something important to me that I cannot ignore. You are deeply loved. He says your heart is ready. Heaven doesn't say sacred things lightly. When heaven says your heart is ready, you are finally entering what was always destined for you. You might feel a holy calm in your chest right now. Maybe you feel like a heavy weight is lifting off your shoulders, or that your face or hands are getting warm. Do not ignore this. This is confirmation from the realm of spirit. This is how the power of your inheritance works in your life. The distances that once separated you from your blessing are closing. Between where you stood and where God is taking you, a bridge of light is being built across the true north. Now listen as I read you the next part of the sacred letter. The chosen ones receive this part only when divine timing decrees it. You have fought battles that were never yours to fight. The letter reads, "My child of Canada, many of the burdens you carried were not your fault. They came from the expectations and brokenness that other people placed upon you. The duties, feelings, demands, and pain that were never meant to be yours. Someone else's weight was on your shoulders. You looked out for hearts that never looked out for yours. Heaven saw everything." The next line carries profound power. Free them from the weight of things they were never meant to carry. My child, unseen burdens are being lifted from your shoulders right now. Unreasonable costs, emotional weights, spiritual fatigues, and broken ties. Heaven is taking them away one by one. Everything you carried alone across the cold seasons, everything you hid behind a quiet smile, everything you never spoke out loud. The letter proclaims, their inheritance can only reach them when their spirit is truly free. That is the reason you are here today, my chosen ones of the true north. That is why this message reached you now. The blessings you were promised could not move freely while your soul was weighed down by heavy chains. But now that those spiritual bonds are severed, the full stream of your inheritance begins its journey to your hands. Listen closely as I read the next revelation. You are about to enter an unexpected threshold at an appointed time. Something monumental will occur when you least expect it, when your mind is quiet and you allow heaven to speak into your life. An answer, a divine message, or a sudden turning point is upon you. This gateway is where your inheritance takes form upon Canadian soil. The celestial script glows like pure light. They will discover a truth that changes everything they thought they knew. My child of Canada, this truth will not harm you. It will set you completely free. It will explain every past delay, every closed door, and every person who walked away. Heaven is preparing your understanding. The letter reveals that a holy soul from the past has been standing watch over you, a righteous spirit who loved and prayed for your family line before you were born. They asked heaven to protect the sacred destiny prepared for you. Have you ever felt sudden inner peace, powerful intuition, or an unexplainable urge to choose a different path across your life's journey? You are being guided by heavenly guardians. The veil between you and spiritual truth is thinning. Your discernment is awakening. Dreams and quiet intuitions will bring divine clarity before events unfold. You passed the unspoken tests of heaven. When you could have sought vengeance, you chose peace. When bitterness was easy, you sought healing. When giving up seemed natural, your faith endured. Because you stood faithful in the quiet trials, heaven is releasing your rightful restoration. Archangel Michael stands as your protector, and no weapon or scheme of darkness can prevent what God has decreed for your life. Your name is written in the divine ledger of souls chosen to bring light to this generation. Your calling begins now. The letter illuminates who intervened on your behalf last night. Archangel Michael drew close with the celestial sword of divine authority to cut away every hidden trap set against your path. You were standing at a pivotal crossroad, and heaven intervened so you would not step into the wrong season. Archangel Michael stopped the assignment of delay and opened the door of fulfillment across Canada, from the Atlantic coast to the Pacific shores. You are stepping into a season where blessings align without interruption. The season of spiritual barrenness and endless waiting has come to an end. Heaven is closing the old chapter of sorrow and writing a glorious new beginning. A divine encounter is already arranged in your timeline, accompanied by breakthroughs that will elevate your life and establish your spiritual purpose. The letter holds one final, tender declaration from a departed soul who holds you dear in heaven. Tell them they are not alone. Tell them their strength was seen, their tears were gathered, and their trials were not in vain. The dawn has broken over their life. Receive this holy inheritance today with an open heart. Stand firm in faith, leave behind the sorrow of yesterday, and walk forward into the divine promises prepared for you by God. My beloved of Canada, If this message has touched your soul and awakened your spirit, subscribe to this channel right now so you never miss a prophetic word from Archangel Michael. Share this divine message with every Canadian who needs hope, restoration, and heavenly strength